The atmosphere inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse was nothing short of electric. Over 17,000 passionate fans filled the seats, buzzing with anticipation for a game that promised to be intense and unforgettable. The Indiana Fever stepped onto the court, with a fierce determination, ready to prove they belong among the league's elite. From the very first whistle, the players poured their hearts into every possession, racing up and down the floor with a mix of grit and grace. The crowd roared with every basket, every defensive stop, and every moment that hinted at the Fever inching closer to something great. But in the end, despite their relentless effort and refusal to quit, the team came up just short against the defending champions, the New York Liberty. The final buzzer sealed a tight 90-88 loss, a razor-thin margin that stung deeply but also signaled just how close this Fever squad is to breaking through to a new level of excellence. It was one of those games where you could see the hunger and potential, even in defeat, and it left everyone in the arena buzzing about what's next for this rising team. Caitlin Clark, the shining star for Indiana, and one of the most exciting young talents in the league, once again carried the team's offensive load with incredible energy and skill. She finished the game with 18 points, constantly creating opportunities for herself and her teammates, showcasing the sharp instincts that have made her such a fan favorite. Yet, there was a noticeable struggle that night. Her three-point shooting wasn't connecting like it usually does. She attempted 11 shots from beyond the arc, but could only sink 2 of them. For a player who's known for her deadly range and smooth shooting stroke, this was an unusual night. Still, despite the missed shots, her impact was undeniable. She commanded attention on the floor, drawing defenders and opening up space, showing why she's considered the heartbeat of the Fever's offense. Even in moments when the ball refused to go in, Clark's leadership and presence never wavered, proving that her value extends far beyond the scoreboard. After the final whistle, the spotlight naturally turned to Coach Stephanie White, who was quick to acknowledge where the team could improve, particularly in how they support their star player. With refreshing honesty, she admitted that the Fever hadn't done enough to put Caitlin in the best positions to succeed. "We need to make it easier for her," White explained, her voice carrying both responsibility and determination. "That's on us, on our play calling, on how well we recognize opportunities as they happen, and on how we set our screens." She went on to point out that Clark spends too much time above the break, meaning she's often playing in a spot where it's harder to get clean looks or create separation. "We have to move her around more, get her different angles, so the defense can't key in on her as easily." This candid reflection shows a coaching staff that's aware of their rookie's strengths and limitations and is actively working to unlock her full potential in the games ahead. Clark's troubles from deep might seem alarming at first glance, but when you look closer, it's clear this kind of shooting slump is nothing out of the ordinary, even for top-tier players. Earlier in the season, she was on fire, consistently hitting shots and helping carry the team's scoring load with remarkable efficiency. In fact, her first 2 games were marked by impressive shooting, knocking down 9 of 19 three-pointers. A remarkable feat for any player, let alone a rookie still finding her footing. But like any athlete who pushes the limits, occasional rough patches are inevitable. Just a few nights before, against the Atlanta Dream, she went 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. That kind of cold streak might shake confidence temporarily, but it's part of the journey toward becoming a more consistent and confident scorer. What's important is that Clark is more than just a shooter. She's a playmaker, a competitor, and a leader who shows up even when the shots aren't falling her way. Despite the recent struggles, Caitlin remains the unquestioned star of the Fever, and having the public support of her coach is a big confidence boost. Stephanie White's vote of confidence not only speaks volumes about Clark's talent, but also helps take the pressure off, letting her know the team believes in her no matter what. This is critical in sports, especially for young players who are under the microscope every night. And Clark's resilience so far this season has been inspiring. She's embraced the challenges, kept pushing, and continues to put the team's goals ahead of individual stats. That mindset is exactly what the Fever need as they fight their way through a tough schedule and aim to make a deep playoff run. At this point, the Fever's record stands at 2-2. For fans who are deeply invested in the team's success, this is a mixed bag of emotions. It's not the dominant start some hoped for, but it's also far from a disaster. The team's offense is firing on all cylinders, still one of the most dynamic and high-scoring units in the entire league. So the scoring isn't the issue. Instead, the team seems to be in the process of figuring out how to gel fully, how to find that balance where each player's strengths are amplified by the others around them. The energy and excitement are there, and there's a growing sense that the pieces are coming together, even if the final product isn't perfect just yet. The Fever are showing signs that they're capable of going toe-to-toe with any team, even the best in the league. Looking ahead, the Fever's schedule isn't getting any easier. Their next game takes them to Washington, where they'll face off against the Mystics on Wednesday. The Mystics are a tough opponent with a strong roster, and this matchup will be an early litmus test of how the Fever handle pressure on the road. Then, not long after, Indiana will return home to host the Connecticut Sun, another team known for its physicality and disciplined play. These back-to-back games will demand focus, stamina, and smart basketball from the Fever if they want to keep climbing the standings. It's still early in the season, and each game feels like an important chapter in what promises to be an exciting story for the team and its fans. The WNBA season is shaping up to be one filled with thrilling moments, unexpected twists, and standout performances. For Indiana, the journey has only just begun. Every game provides a chance to learn, grow, and prove that this team is a serious contender. If Caitlin Clark can rediscover her shooting touch and the rest of the team continues to mesh on both ends of the floor, the Fever could soon be a force to be reckoned with. There's an unmistakable energy around this squad, a sense that they're on the cusp of something special. Fans should buckle up because this season promises plenty of exciting basketball ahead, and the Fever are ready to take their place among the WNBA's best.